Hey guys, it's Jim Golden with Golden's Real Estate Action Team at Rosenwald Realty. We're well into our pandemic, social distancing, business shutdown, pause on America. And I've got a couple of guys here from Covered Inc. here in Virginia Beach, a couple of local guys. And we're going to talk a little bit about what they're doing in today's environment, how this has affected their business, and how they think they can affect perhaps your business, because that's the business they're in. Hey guys, glad to have you, JP and Mike. Introduce yourselves. Tell me a little bit about Covered Inc.
My name is Mike DaBairo, and I'm one of the owners of Covered Inc.
And my name's JP. Jim, thanks for having us on. JP, we both grew up here, Virginia Beach, graduated from Kempsville High School back in the day. We've known each other since we were about 2 years old. So, but built the business. Business started probably about 20 years ago. But the business started off in a different industry. We grew up here surfing here, and we started the business intentionally in the surf accessory and clothing company. That's how we started. Came up with a product called the wrap, or the Vader is what we called it back in the day. Kind of like a poncho made out of terry cloth, changing out of your wetsuits. We got tired of getting tickets for changing in our towels back in the day. So came up with that product. Had it pretty dialed down. He was sourcing terry cloth from Pakistan, having it shipped to Atlanta or to the sewing contractors and shipped to us and distributed up and down the East Coast. But along with that main product, to get the name out covered, we printed hats and T-shirts. And we were sourcing our printing out to a local screen printer in the area. But it got to the point where he was like, hey, maybe you guys want to find another printer. We're slammed with your work. So we looked at that as an opportunity. There was a local T-shirt distributor in Norfolk who had an old press sitting in the back of his warehouse. And it was sitting there. We just made an offer on it. Old 1970s press. It was probably the worst press we could have found, but it had all the components to learn. We set it up in his grandmother's garage in Kings Grant, and learned how to screen print. So that's how Covered Ink kind of evolved into what we're doing now.
Yeah. What is your primary focus today? In today, before the pandemic, but what is your big focus now?
Yeah. So the transition into printing, there's the screen printing aspect of it, but along with the screen printing, we had friends, landscape companies, restaurants, paint companies, along with needing T-shirts, they also needed signage for their business, lettering for their vehicles. So we learned how to do digital printing. Along with that, they wanted promotional products. So there's kind of a third aspect to the company, which is the promotional product. So ideally, it's the screen printing, the apparel, the wide format digital printing, which includes the signage and all the other items under that umbrella, and the promotional products. A lot of it's business to business that we deal with. So yeah, helping other businesses promote theirs.
That's a great story. I don't know if I had heard all of the details about the surfing background, and hey, this is just a way to support your habit, but I love it. I love it.
Yeah. It was an interesting time, but we learned a lot. I mean, we were in the nitty gritty of it all. We learned how to actually run the machine, learn from our mistakes. I mean, it took years to figure things out, and then when we added the digital end of it, because we needed posters for stores, we went and bought a digital printer, and we learned every aspect of digital printing. So it was a real passion of ours. We really enjoyed it, not only for our product, but for the businesses that we were providing products to.
Cool. Now, what has this pandemic, this big American pause, what has this meant to your business?
Well, at first, when we first heard about it, we knew that businesses were going to need some advertising. We didn't think it would get to where it is today. So we kind of prepared ourselves, like when we started hearing things from, shutting flights into Europe and that sort of stuff, is where we started preparing other businesses. We went out there and told them, hey, you're going to need some banners and some signs. And at first, some of the businesses, they thought we were just trying to sell them on, hey, you need some banners and some signs. But within that 2-week period of time is where they really reached out to us and was like, hey, you guys are right. Let's move on what you think we need. And we focused on, trying to get just some eye candy for people to see the business was open. I think it dramatically changed after that, is where our focus has more been on, even though we care about the corporate stores, is we really care about the local people. They're not able to sell 10 meals a day at their restaurant. They can't pay the person who's cooking. They don't have food. So it all ties into each other. Where we said, you know what, let's focus on the local business and try to promote that more than anything, so people understand that they are local.
Hey, tell me how because obviously it's changed quite a bit, and you are definitely getting out there and looking for business. You're working from the office, it looks like. You're able to come in. And how many people do you employ there?
Today we have 6 employees, including us.
And you've been able to keep everybody at work and keep them paid?
Yes. Yeah.
What would you suggest to a business owner, not in the promotions business, but another business owner that right now is struggling with, how do I stay engaged? How do I stay relevant?
Well, I mean, I think the main goal obviously is to stay in front of your clients. Let them know that you're there. Some of the means now, obviously, social media, the signage that we're offering, but just letting your customers know that you value their business, and that we really need them. We need them, right? So staying in front of your customers, staying engaged. Again, the social media, we've seen it a lot with our clients, who are, a lot of them are restaurants, and they're putting out their daily specials, their curbside pickup specials, their itinerary for the week. They're engaged. They're keeping their audience engaged, and obviously with the eye candy that he mentioned, that's out in front of their signs. I mean, folks are driving by, they know you're there.
Yeah, because a lot of them look like they're closed.
Mike, I love that idea, because if a business looks like it's closed, it might as well be.
I mean, we really focus on how we are going to make them look like they're open, and that people, to drive traffic to them. It's a hard thing, but we care. We just like he said, I think he nailed it. Is we need their business, and they need our business so that they can get business. I mean, I think he nailed it. That's really critical. We honestly all of us need each other at this time period.
What's the best thing you've seen a company do in this environment that really just said, man, that guy's got it?
I had noticed a restaurant that they had business that it looked like they were normally open, like they normally would be. Now, it could have been all a facade of showing that it was busy, but because they showed that they were busy, there was a line of traffic that was surrounding that business, for pickups, compared to other businesses that were just as open as they were. Not that their food was any better than the other food next door to them, but they had activity, and we're human, so we see activity.
We want to
know we want to know what's going on.
Curiosity, human curiosity. What's going on over there?
Yeah, so kind of like that was kind of inspiring, is to see that this guy actually had thought to himself, hey, look, let's get some things going on. Let's get some movement. And it created a little like, hey, what's going on there?
There's definitely a buzz going on.
So we try to implement that to our restaurants, but it's hard, it's hard to get, you got a storefront and there's nothing you can put out front, but we're trying to make some promotional and banners that there's got a little bit of movement, like the simple little thing of putting a balloon on your sign, so that when you see the sign, there's so many signs out there. You see a sign, you see the movement of the balloon. We're human. Our eyes look at the movement,
Back in the old days of real estate school and open houses, and realtors know how to do this, but the balloons are like clapping hands.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a really good one.
Exactly what they are. So what can I do for you? And what is going to be your new best practice coming out of this?
Well, I mean, having us on, Jim, we greatly appreciate it, and what you're doing with your platform.
Happy to do it.
I mean, essentially right now, obviously, word of mouth is the best type of business that everyone can ask for. But just if everyone can just share what every other businesses are doing, and see how each business can add value to other businesses. You know, what can I do to service you? What type of value can I bring to your company, to your business? And in turn, you know, that'll come back to you. So, I mean, this is great. This platform that you're doing, you're sharing, you're meeting with local businesses, keeping everyone engaged. We appreciate that very much. And yeah, us personally, we're seeking to see what we can do to add value to the shop down the road, to, you know, the car service down the road, the restaurants. What can we do to keep them up and running and bring value to their company as well?
Yeah, I think what makes us different is I'm not saying this with every business, but we truly, in our heart of hearts, have a passion of making sure that their business makes, if we provide them that sign and it was a $10 sign. So, I mean, we rack our brains on the smallest little sentences that go on from signs to banners to storefront graphics to make sure that the customer knows that we're there, and not only there for them to print, but we care. We want them to get business in there. I think that's really critical. You got to find people that really have a passion for what they do in any type of business. And I swear, if we all get together, there's no stopping us. We'll get through this. We'll definitely get through this. I mean, this is America. We'll get through this.
There you go. It's been great to have you guys on. I loved hearing a little bit more about what Covered Ink is doing and how you guys are getting through this. And I'm glad to hear what we talked about even a little bit earlier, that you guys are doing what it takes to get through, taking care of your people. And I wish you the best and the best of luck, and that you come through this with something that you are really proud you got done during this time.
Thanks, Jim. Thanks, Jim. And I appreciate it so much, Jim.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you.